listening to Us TV, baby. How are you doing out there, baby? Ooh la la. Ooh wee wee. Ooh wee. Us TV, baby. Welcome, 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 welcome. We are here. We're live and direct. We are live and direct. Turn me up a little louder. Turn me up a little louder. Hey. Oh, oh, we're living in a world full of love, but there's people out here that can't even see it or feel it. They can't see it or feel it because they're rejecting it. They are rejecting that feeling of love that opens the doors to your soul, baby, baby, baby. It opens the door to your soul. You just gotta let go and let love come in, baby. Let it come in. Just let it come in. You know, stop forcing it. Don't fight the love. You know, don't let people out there force you to feel their aggression and then call it love. Nah, that's not love. That is manipulation, baby. That is stifling. That is having you in a pigeonhole. That is not love. Love is free, baby. Love is smooth. Sometimes it's rough, you know, and then you learn how to blend it up, and then you get ooh, you feel me? It turns into ooh, yeah, you feel me? So here's the thing, man. You gotta learn how to love yourself, you know, and then once you love yourself, you can project it on others. But if you can't love yourself, you'll always find a way to make people feel less than um, how they feel already, and you'll project your fears and doubts on them. So you can't even operate in that uh, state of mind because all you're gonna do is you're killing the plant that lives within that's supposed to grow, and it turns into weeds, you know. So a lot of times why people they don't even know how to love you because they haven't received that love or that nurturing to even pour it onto someone else. And some people try to buy your time and call it love. You know, that's not really love. That's not love. um, um, your presence your presence can be felt when it's fulfilled with love, you know. And sometimes you got to be careful who you're around because their energy can put shade on your light, you know, and your light is beaming love, and their shade and energy is blocking it just by the negative thoughts, feelings that they're putting in the atmosphere. So a lot of times, um, that 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 can be sensed, and it creates a conflict, and then we call it, you know, hate, you know. And then once we recognize that as hate, it creates a defense mechanism. And then instead of you pouring out your love and doing it abundantly, it takes away from your energy, and now you start to operate as if you're in defense, and now you start to tap into an element that isn't of love because it's challenging um, to know that you operate in a certain light and then someone doesn't, and you're trying to project that beam, but that beam is being rejected, blocked, or dimmed because that person doesn't know how to receive that light. And if they don't know how to receive that light, it turns into, you know, those words: jealousy, envy, and doubt, and manipulation and stuff like that. And all it is someone really admires the way that you operate and the way you shine and the way you glow, and they just don't know how to tap in. And a lot of people don't know how to even say, okay, can you show me how to um, tap into that light, tap into that energy? Can you show me how to operate in the way that you do? And once you even present the process, there has to be a point of willingness to want to learn these type of things, or there has to be a curiosity, or you have to be inquisitive to want to even know these certain type of things, and to how to tap into loving yourself and looking in the mirror and embracing who you are and learning your culture and learning different things that you didn't even know about yourself, and going into the darkness, which is the unknown, and tapping into some type of information that's going to excel you and pour into you. So these are processes that we take, and it takes time. You don't want to rush the process. You don't want to um, um, expedite your growth, because that's what we call GMO. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be GMO. You want to be organic. So you take your time and you be organic with it, and you let things flow the way that it's supposed to flow. Because when things aren't in flow, it is in force, and when things are in force, you can see the muck of how that thing is being developed. It's not being developed in a way that's fluid. It's being forced to grow. You can't force a baby to walk. You can't force a baby to crawl. You can't force a baby to run. You just have to sit there and teach them and watch them organically go through the processes. So so a lot of times people don't know how to tap into these processes, and they try to expedite it, and they try to perpetrate it. And when they try to do that and they meet someone who does it organically, they can't even stand in that presence of that person, because they don't even know how to tap in to that process. And sometimes the process is so um, transparent that just just by looking at the process, other people don't even want to tap into that process, because that process seems too hard. But what you do is you give yourself goals, and you work in increments, and you just affirm. Live into the love, live into the light before it even happens. Walk in that light before it even happens. You know what I mean? So, and don't let it create confusion for you. And when there is confusion, you embrace it, but you don't project it on anyone else, and you don't dislike anyone else just because they have tapped into a form of light that is foreign to you. And it's up to you to even want to go out there and go seek other situations or people that offer this projection of light, of love and stuff like that. So a lot of times, it's just processes that we go through. It's experience. A lot of people have experienced different type of things. So we find unique ways to coexist in life and make the best of it. And you come to a realization of finding yourself and living with all the circumstances that you've seen, only to maneuver in a way that it doesn't affect you. So the chaos becomes an instrument in order for you to create your utopia, your fantasies and things like that. And that's what's organic about love, because you start to be you. You start to find out that every nerdy, quirky, funny, goofy, weird thing that you do is only the unique makeup of who you are. And once you accept that, you love who you are, and you learn that, these are just experiences, because we here on earth only for a short amount of time. And once you realize that, you don't take things personal to the point where you want to eradicate someone or, eliminate someone from their existence, because you can see that they can't even tap into the love, and that's where the confusion comes in. So hate is only confusion um um of why they admire you, but they just don't know how to coexist with your presence. So that's when you have to look at yourself and look at your reflection and say, how can I create my own light? How can I create my own table? How can I create my own situation? Because if I'm walking in my truth, my ultimate truth, I don't have to worry about anyone else, because I'm living in the image of the Creator. Whatever that is for you, whatever religion that you follow and stuff like that. So once you start to tap into these things, you start to realize that hate is just confused admiration. Hate is just um, uh, a word that was created just to say that I like what you do. I wish I could do it. I don't know how to do it. I'm afraid to ask. I'm afraid to go to the process and stuff like that. Or I haven't found my own um, unique way of coexisting in your presence. And once you find those things, there won't be room for hate. There's no room for it, because you start to realize that you have your own superpowers, and your superpowers are unique to yourself, and no one has them. You may meet similar, like-minded people, but in a sense, we're all different. You know what I'm saying? And you have to embrace who you are and why you're different and why um, God made you in that way. And then when you start to tap into those different things, you start to see the ultimate beauty of who you are. And you start to realize that there's been other people who's been trying to be like you the whole time, but you couldn't even see it. And you have to walk in that light and in that confidence and say that I am who I am, and I am going to uh, embrace the roles of being a leader, and the roles of being a motivator, and the roles of being empowered in all my situations, and I'm going to um, take a stance and take initiative in the opportunities that present itself that can elevate me to another level. You know what I mean? And you become aware of all of these things, and you start to learn your gifts, and what makes you you amongst the crowd. So yeah, all hate is just confusion. It's just learn it's breaking culture, it's breaking tradition, it's breaking habits that we were taught, that kept us down, that kept us inferior, that kept us in self-doubt, that kept us sluggish, that kept us angry, and that kept us sad and stuff like that. So you get to see it, you get to see it, you get to see it, and you have to embrace it. And then once you become aware of it, you have to embrace it. And then at that point, it becomes it becomes a decision. It becomes a decision. Will I keep living like this, knowing that I'm aware of what makes me feel this type of way, and am I gonna live in that truth? Okay, and or are you gonna make a decision to look at yourself and be like, yo, I can change this. I can make the steps that I need to make in order to get to where I need to get to. And then that's when you start to change. Your aura starts to change. Everything you don't like about yourself, you embrace. And now that becomes your biggest attraction. Then you find out that, yo, the whole time I've been beautiful. I've been lied to. I was always who I was from the beginning. And then you start to embrace it, and then the world starts to embrace you, and then now you become the blueprint. You become the template. You become the way of how things are supposed to be done. You become the light that people gravitate to in order to shine. You become that process that people want to sign up for. You become that wave that people want to ride. You are that person. So that once you start to see that, you won't tolerate hate from anyone. Or when you recognize it, you can go to them and say, "Look, man, I know you're going through it. I see what you're going through. I'm aware of what you're going through. But here's how I made me, and here's what you can apply to yourself." And hopefully that person, wants it bad enough to where they take the steps, and then they make changes for themselves. And then what happens is it becomes contagious. And once it becomes contagious, then you've tapped into your purpose. You've tapped into your work. You've tapped into a different element of responsibility, a different element of love. So hate is just a confusion that one deals with because they haven't found their way of coexisting clearly in the presence of um, other people who have found their way. So yeah, baby, just make it love, keep it peace. Go out there and find yourself, take your time, get a drink, get a smoke, read a book, go for a walk, look in the mirror, play some music, meditate, do what you do, And then, you start to love the world and see the beauty in all the world and what it has to offer. And then you come join us TV, podcast. So it's your boy LAK. I am signing out for the day. I love you all. Keep doing you and being the best version of who you came here to be. Album out right now. R is available. It is for the party. It is for the sexy ladies. It is for the go-getters. It is for the motivators. It is for the hustlers. It is for the streets. It is for the burbs. It is for the world. It is for the party animals. It is for the food connoisseurs. It is for the hippies. It is for the thugs. It is worldwide, baby. It is worldwide. R is now available on all platforms. Mr. L8K. L, the number 8, and the K. You can check me out on my social media, baby. L8, the number 8, Bloomer underscore K. L, the number 8, Bloomer underscore K on all platforms, baby. Holler at your boy. It's Jazz America on Us TV.